It's just like divisions in football. The Continental is a division. It's just like divisions in football. The Continental is a division up from the rest of them, the riders in this race. It looks like there's a Smurfit rider there in 4th place. Oh yeah, so no, it's an Army rider, yeah. So I've got to watch that. Army are in the same red as Smurfit. But Army have got the Union Jack, the Union flag on their sleeves. So there's 2 Army cycling unions, Katie Vincent and Pippa Inderwick. Army. It's great. We had Royal Air Force riders in the men's race earlier. So it's the Army in charge at the moment. 2 Army riders in 1st and 3rd. And the Torque rider in 2nd is Eilish Gilbert. Isabel Darville still ever watchful for O'Shea Racing near the front as they hit the little bit of undulations around the back of this circuit. The Army rider's got a bit of a lead now. Oh, a big crash, that's just somebody slipped and everybody else had the same accident. That's a big crash, but it looks like they're stopping the race. Looks like they're neutralising the race. Same story as in the men's race. That was a big crash though. We'll try and bring you news when we can. So there's a big crash out on the circuit. So it's 5 riders fell off in that crash, 5 riders, and it sounds like 3 of them have either broken their bikes or they're a bit hurt, because 3 of them don't look like they're going to be getting back into the race. 2 certainly are. Is it? Right. And we've just heard it's handy to have a crash in this race because 2 of the riders are doctors. Oh, at least 2. Yeah. Well, hopefully they'll not have to make a house call out on the street. So bringing news when we can. So welcome everybody in the home straight if you're just coming back from lunch, and welcome to the South Cerney Kermesse here in South Cerney, sponsored by Performance Cycles, or Discover Bikes at Performance Cycles, and Mover Home estate agents from Swindon, and holidaycottages.co.uk, and the live stream is brought to you by Dream Team Television, Dream Team TV. So it'll take a while to get going again. Take a while for the race to get going again. And the sun's gone. Where's the sun gone?
Montreal, not far from the Dome. So we could walk into Doncaster so easy. Everything on our doorstep. We just wanted to get away from it. Oh, probably, yeah. I mean, I'm not a cyclist, so I don't know. Ah, right, okay, yeah, I bet that will be it.
I'm back.
I'm distracted, sorry.
Okay, I'm back, and it looks like we're going to restart. Kermesse's got a flag out the car, so it's still neutralised. It looks like they're moving off, under control of the Kermesse. We'll bring you news from that crash when we can. And I've just seen one of the injured riders go past in an ambulance, but she sat up, so that looks okay. So it looks like we're back underway. In control of O'Shea Racing again at the front. Okay, so racing has resumed with, as it was, O'Shea Racing and the Army Cycling Union in the first four places, trying to control things. Can I think back while you're eating that, just so I've got the names? Betsy.
Betsy G, she's a doctor.
Okay. We've got Betsy Dew, from Smurfit coming to the front now. Another army rider there, and they're coming into South Cerney now. So this is for the South Cerney Kermesse, the ladies race, the end of lap 1. It was neutralised for a bit after a crash. That's why they've taken so long to get round the first time. But we've got Army Cycling Union and the elite continental team, O'Shea Racing, controlling things at the front. All together with 11 laps to go. So just had Laura Senior done a turn at the front. O'Shea Racing still there. Trying to control things from the front. Sometimes when you got elite riders that are vastly more experienced and have proved their strength in the past, in a mixed field like this, the others can make it a little bit negative because you know you're not going to spend all your pennies attacking when you've got such strong riders that might be able to close you down. What will be interesting is when an elite rider attacks and see who goes with them. So it may well be a much slower burning race this than the men's, where it needed to be thinned out because it was a bigger group and they're much more of the same ability. Laura Booth and Pippa Inderwick from the Army Cycling Union. That's what it looks like behind there. Laura Senior there trying to she's attacking now. She's got a little tiny gap. Pippa Senior closing it for the Army. Yeah, you can see the riders are going visibly faster now. Okay, we're part the way on lap 2, and everybody's a little bit cagey, all looking at each other still. Army and O'Shea Racing looking to get something going. The rest are just content to watch and follow. But like I say, there's some very experienced riders in this. Yes, looking very relaxed.
Oh no, that's even more.
That's better,
So rider number 1, Lauren Booth, there at the back from Team FTP Racing. And we've got Jennifer Lehman there in yellow. Lauren there, watching the back. And Lily Sanders, number 15. Number 20 is Vivian Tomlin. Number 17, you can see Skinner from Team Boom Pods. A little attack there, little attack. And it looks like one of the Smurfit riders is covering that. It's a good view to get from the back there, to see the racing view. This is what the riders are seeing in the race. So a little bit of an effort from Smurfit. Don't know which one of the Smurfit riders it is. Whether it's Lucy Nelson or Grace Reynolds. And there's one of the Army riders going out the back there having a little bit of a struggle. That is rider Katie Vincent from the Army Cycling Union. That's Lauren Booth there at the back, Team FTP. Hey? Yeah, yeah. Number 20, Vivian Tomlin there at the back. And they're turning towards South Cerney. Lauren Booth, Team FTP, quite content to sit at the back and watch. I've got a feeling that everybody's watching each other. That's number 18, Emily Tillett from Reflex No Pins, with a yellow band across the middle of her back there. Number 13 is Rebecca Nash. And number 11, Jessica Morrish from Royal Navy Cycling. And well done, that's Katie Vincent getting back on from the Army. Good effort. Now, will she go straight back to the front? There's no less danger at the front. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Number 9, I can see Pippa in the wig there from the Army as well. Because sometimes it's difficult. The Army riders are not always stationed at some home barracks where they can train. They might have to go onto the front or go into all sorts of different countries where there's Army duty, where the British Army are deployed. So it's not always easy to, especially to do an endurance sport in the Army, or any sport really. Always very innovative trainers, Army athletes. So very steady start to this race, to the women's South Cerney Kermesse. Everybody's watching each other. So everybody who's in South Cerney on the main street now, that's the lead motorbike coming through. The riders won't be far behind. The next, you'll see another motorbike, then a red car. That's the lead car. Jennifer Lehman there in yellow, getting very active, coming out of those corners, covered by an O'Shea rider. But not be long before they're into the village. They're coming past the buildings now, getting into the village. Here they come. Here's the main group. Everybody's intact. Everybody's there, apart from the riders who crashed. And there should be 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go. Some serious faces. Starting to get a little bit faster. So next time round will be the first of the Mover Home King of the Sprints. Queen of the Sprints, of course, Queen of the Sprints. Oh, what a mistake. I was that keen to get to mention Mover Home, the race sponsor, that I forgot what race I was watching. Yeah, it's Queen of the Sprints. So it's the same as the King of the Sprints. Points on the line. The one with the most points after lap 9, which is the last sprint, because there's another one on lap 6 to go, wins the Mover Home Queen of the Sprints. So all together, still very cagey, still watching each other. There's a couple having a talk, one of the O'Shea riders. Is that rider encouraging us to attack? I'll go with you. They're like a bunch of boxers sounding each other out at the moment. Little digs. Who's going to take control? Like Elliot Collier did in that last race. All together still. So Sophie Holmes over on the right there for O'Shea Racing. Still that rider in black trying to encourage something. Caitlin Dimbleby from, that's it, Caitlin Dimbleby on the left of your screen there, talking to the O'Shea rider. She's the Lecole rider, she's another elite rider. Obviously seeing if they're discussing tactics, what they're going to do. That's a Smurfit rider, gone. So it looks like the race is on now. So there's a sprint laps on this time round. So is this attack for the sprint, or is it an attack to really try and shape the race? She's not giving up. It's one of the Smurfit riders, one of the better riders in the field. And she's got a bit of a gap. Is that Betsy? Yep, that's we've got identified the rider. It's Amelia Seaback from Smurfit. A good track rider, and she's got a gap. She used that track speed there to get a gap. Somebody coming across to her. So out on the back of the circuit, where there's a lot of wind, it's very exposed there. It's where a strong rider can make a difference here. Handy little breaker 3 now forming. Amelia in the middle of it. Amelia Seaback who instigated it. And she's trying to get everybody working. So those three, they're trying hard to establish this. Got a gap, just holding it. Looks like the O'Shea team. Two of them stirring up the group of riders behind. Trying to close. It's going to keep it on, yep. So they're turning on the pressure. That's Sophie Holmes. Sophie Holmes. Yep. Who just fresh from a victory last week. Sophie Holmes and the other Isabel Darville. Two O'Shea riders trying to take control. This is Caitlin Dimbleby. So it's the three big teams. It's the three better riders. Caitlin Dimbleby forging ahead, trying to make it stick. Let's come back to a climb now. Another attack, she's digging in. So Caitlin Dimbleby really trying to get a gap going here. Betsy Dew. Yeah. And Jennifer Lehman. They look like they're the strongest riders. Jennifer Lehman's going to have a little dig, top of this climb. Betsy Dew fills in behind her. So peace reigns for a bit. Let's see what happens next. those three at the front now seem determined to get away. Watching each other. There'll be another attack soon. So it's going to be an interesting sprint because the groups are still all together for this first Queen of the Sprints competition, sponsored by Mover Home. So it's Jennifer Lehman leading as they approach South Cerney. The O'Shea rider, Sophie Holmes, in second place. And who's going to get this sprint? It's a Smurfit rider. It's a Smurfit rider. $13. Yeah. So it was Lucy Nelson who took that sprint for Smurfit, and Jennifer Lehman in second. And let's have a look. Who was the and Isabel Darville, O'Shea Racing. All right, great, thanks. Yeah. So Lucy Nelson, who won that sprint, she's a track rider. She's ridden 6-day races in Europe, and they know the value of getting a preem in a 6-day race. So she's now the leader, the queen of the Queen of the Sprints competition. Caitlin Dimbleby back to the front. Just looks like she's about to do something. And Jennifer Lehman in the yellow on the left-hand side of the road. Get this, yeah. So the riders are around about halfway around lap 4 now. It's a very tactical race, this is. A lot of watching going on. And the two biggest teams, Smurfit and O'Shea, just look content to watch things, content to be at the front so they're not caught out. Maybe the wind's dropped a bit, maybe that's not less of a factor, although it still appears windy here at the finish. A lot of anxious looking around from the O'Shea rider, with Darville there at the front. Isabel Darville. Okay, still stalemate in the race. Still very tactical. Still watching each other. Nobody wants to commit at the moment. The Army team just controlling it at the front, with the Continental team, CJ O'Shea Racing team, just in second place. A little bit of a dig from that Army rider on one of the few hills, in the undulating session. The O'Shea rider's not letting him get away. It's nothing really decisive yet. So the riders are they're 1 kilometre away from the village now. It's all together, just as it has been. Everybody's watching each other, but give them a cheer. Give them a cheer as they come through. As they come through this time, there will be 8 laps to go. Everybody's still watching. So a little bit of an attack as they approach in. Should be coming into the village soon. Certainly Smurfit are involved. Yeah, the Smurfit rider. Oh no, it's the Army again, yeah. Army have took the initiative again. So that looks like Pippa Inderwick. Pippa Inderwick stringing them out as they come into the village. She's got the group nicely lined out. So all together, 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go. Lauren Booth there from Team FDP on the back. they're going out of the village now. Things are getting a little bit more serious, a little bit more speed being injected. Army again, in the middle of it. Looks like Pippa Inderwick. And that's stretched it out a little bit now. O'Shea Racing covering it. Isabel Darville, they're in third place. Ever Watchful, covering everything. It's just a little bit of a gap forming now. Bring you that rider's name when you can see the number. And that is Jessica Morrish from the Royal Navy Cycling, number 11, Jessica Morrish. So she's got a little gap. Jessica's got a big gap now. She's cruising away from them. So Jessica Morrish is your leader from the Royal Navy. Good representation from the forces here. Jessica Morrish, Royal Navy Cycling, leading. Gap of about 10 seconds. It's looking very comfortable. It needs a couple of riders to get across to her and get a group going like Elliot Collier did in the last race. Needs another strong rider. Jessica Morris, she's extending that lead. And it's definitely more than 10 seconds now. So Jessica Morris, lone leader, by about 15 seconds. And we've been visited by a black dog here in the who loves chips. Oh. So let's have a look at the gap. Jessica Morris. That's well over 10 seconds. Yeah, you can see the gap. They've just gone round a corner and there's nobody in sight. And she's cruising along now. Jessica Morris from the Royal Navy. Jessica looking very relaxed. Must be about halfway around this lap. It'll be 6 to go. So it'll be half distance I'm going to get. No, it'll be 7 to go. 7 to go. When I get round this time. Lone leader Jessica Morris of the Royal Navy. Okay, we're waiting now for Jessica Morris to come into South Cerney. She's leading by a good lead, probably 10-15 seconds. I've got the race organiser, Andy Kirk, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the history of the South Cerney Kermesse.
Thank you, Chris. Welcome everybody. South Cerney Kermesse, we initially started running it pre-COVID, so back I think it was in about 2012, with a massive amount of help and support from the village here in South Cerney as part of the street fair and duck race weekend, which takes place tomorrow. So they close off the whole of the village for a big street fair, and then a duck race where they release literally hundreds of rubber ducks into the river and race them down to the far end. So this was added into it to make it a bit more of a weekend event for them. Unfortunately, with COVID in 2020, we then had to stop the race. That then stopped for a couple of years, mainly due to kind of poor road surfaces and the inability to bring the race back. And then thankfully, over the last year, local councillor Lisa Spivey has done a huge amount of work with highways to get the roads resurfaced for us. So we've got a beautiful run into the finish now, and has basically managed to get the race back up and running for us. So we've managed to put all this together probably in about the last 5 or 6 weeks. From very potholed, very rough roads on the finish line into a race.
Thank you very much, Andy. So everybody from South Cerney, your roads have been relayed due to the tireless work of Andy Kirk, who is at Discover Bikes at Performance Cycles, his race sponsor. Thank you, Andy.
And the councillor, and Lisa.
And the councillor, and Lisa, of course, yeah. Yes, I'm on my local council. If you can't look after a bike race, what's the point? So we're looking at the main bunch now. There's still Jessica Morris is still away on her own. Smurfit riders trying to get everybody organised in a chase. So when they come through this finish now, it'll be 7 laps to go, and therefore 1 lap to a Queen of the Sprints finish. 1 lap to a Queens of the Sprints finish. Jessica Morris of the Royal Navy. The lead's dwindled. She's looks like the main group of that concerted bit of work from the 2 continental teams, Smurfit and O'Shea, have brought her back. But it was a good effort. Good effort. She looked good for a while. At least things have sparked off now a little bit. So the group have nearly caught Jessica Morris. And it's Caitlin Dimbleby who's taken over for Le Col race team. Caitlin is one of the elite riders in this race. One of 2 elite riders in this race. And she's been looking like, she's looking over her shoulder, she's been looking like she's wanted to get something moving all through. Just looking for somebody to go with her. See if she can goad some of the O'Shea riders in to do it, or maybe one of the Smurfit riders. but it's still all together. And here we are in South Cerney's centre, and the lead marshal has just gone through on a motorbike. The race is definitely getting faster. It's not split yet, but it's definitely getting faster. And Caitlin Dimbleby is really trying to do something here. She's applying the pressure slowly. And here she comes, the bunch led by Caitlin Dimbleby of the Cole Racing. Still Caitlin. Leads through looking very stylish. So that's now 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go. So it'll be a sprint this time, Queen of the Sprints on the finish line. The rider who gets the most points in the 3 sprints wins the Queen of the Sprints, sponsored by Mover Home, estate agents in Swindon and the Swindon area. And the field is still being controlled by Caitlin Dimbleby from Le Col. Still looking for somebody else to go with her. And it's still very much a game of chess. Everybody's looking at each other. But when they come through this way, that'll be half distance. Still nervously looking at each other. Looks like nobody wants to take the initiative. Who will move first? And Caitlin's still talking. She's still trying to get. Yep. So still talking to the O'Shea rider. Still trying to get something moving. It's interesting, it's the 2 elite riders that are talking to each other all the time. Everybody else is racing. These 2 are talking to each other because they just want to try and get something moving together. I give a round of applause to somebody who's just distanced the army rider. Like I said, it's not always easy to train when you're in the services. You get deployed all over the place. You be a road racer and end up in a place with no roads, no bike. You've got to make do. So they always deserve special applause, the services riders. That was Millie Skinner. So back on your screen. Caitlin still looking around. Caitlin Dimbleby and Isabel Darville. One from Le Col, one from O'Shea Racing. Just trying to encourage somebody else to attack with them. Still talking. At 7. Special round of applause. Keep going. Probably delayed by the crash. That was Vivian Tomlin. Yeah. Okay, that's an attack now. An Army rider attacking again. The Army have really been on the move in this race. Caitlin Dimbleby. Looks like she's decided to take matters into her own hands. Caitlin Dimbleby has been looking for somebody to attack with her, and it looks like she's goaded one of the Smurfit riders out with her. She's got a little bit of a gap. She's got a little bit of a gap now. It looks like she's decided to take things on, take things into her own hands. And she's just gradually moving away. It's just gradually moving away. She's not. There's somebody trying to cross to her. She's got about 5 or 6 bike lengths. Somebody crossing quite quickly. Looks like one of the O'Sheas. One of the O'Shea team. This could be promising, because these could be the 2 strongest riders in the race, the 2 elite riders together. So the O'Shea rider that's coming up to her is either Isabel Darville or Sophie Holmes. Let's have a look at the number. Let's have a look at the numbers. So it's Sophie Holmes. Sophie Holmes. Sophie Holmes and Caitlin Dimbleby in the lead. Sophie Holmes and Caitlin Dimbleby. There was a pause there because it looked like we had a 55 and we haven't got a 55. She's put her numbers next to each other just to fool me. She better not win. She's going to get a terrible interview at the end. This is just to fool me. It's a plot. So Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes, 2 of the best riders in the field. They've been looking at each other, goading each other to do this. And it's a good gap. They're building on it. They're looking serious. It's Sophie Holmes making a big effort there. Caitlin Dimbleby looks smoother, looks more in control. Just one of those naturally, some riders are naturally smooth, some roll over their bikes. It's just your natural style. It's how you've got to race. But it looks like they want to get on with this now. To me, at counting, that looks like about an 8-second lead. That's about an 8-second lead, but they're looking very workmanlike breakaway, this is. Let's see, it's stretching away, you can see. They're looking at each other and having a conversation, but just get on with it. It's still about 7 seconds. So it's just this time when you do breakaways in a race, there's a period when you just don't seem to be getting away, but you've just got to keep at it. Then suddenly some invisible string breaks. And it looks like we could have had that moment now, because that's more than 7 seconds. You see, just a few seconds later, all of a sudden, they kept at this break, kept going. The bunch held them for a bit, and then the string breaks. And that looks more like 20 seconds. So in the space of a few minutes, these two have established themselves with a really good lead. Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes. We've had this sense they've been looking at each other, these two. They've been looking at each other, encouraging each other to give it a go. Chose the right moment, put the effort in, made it stick, and they've got a good gap now, cornering very nicely. Onto a little bit of an uphill part of the circuit. These two have been much more comfortable than the group on a circuit like this, because they can go around corners faster. They've got a project going. It's in each other's interest to make this work now, because there's some fast sprinters back in that group. Don't want to take them all the way to the finish. It's a good gap, and you'll see them soon. Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes. Here they come. Sophie Holmes leading. Caitlin Dimbleby going through. That looks like it's really on the race now. It's a biggish gap. But the bunch are chasing. Smurfit riders are chasing. That's Joe Tinley at the front there. And it's stretching out now, but that looked around about 15-20 seconds. Have we got official time check from Chris, the official time checker man? 17 seconds. So it's looking good. Just a word out to all the marshals that are stood out all day. 2 races, 5 hours at least, 6 hours, 7 hours. Bike racing couldn't go on without people like that. You have to be very diplomatic at stopping cars as well. And sometimes you get a bit of abuse back. Which sadly is growing. Yep. So So Caitlin Dimbleby relays in Sophie Holmes. That little flick of the elbow, that's the side I want you to change on. That's the side I want you to change on. The rider that's moving out, that's done the lead, will be on the side of the wind. So it just gives the rider going through a little bit of help. And the wind's probably a headwind now. If it was a side wind, they'd be tucked in to one side of each other. But that's good, they're working hard. Sweat glistening in the afternoon sun here in the Cotswolds. Nice effort, looking very smooth, working very, very well together. Two up breakaway. Classic racing. Classic racing. Let's see. Let's have a look back to the group, see what's going on. Are they being chased? Are they gaining? Got a left turn coming up. They'll be able to go around this faster than the Peloton. They could gain. 2-man groups like this gain a second every time there's a corner. Lot of conversations going on here. Lots of conversations. But a lot of work too, that's good. They're both doing equal shares. So we've got a good match here. The elite rider, one of the best riders in the race on paper, Caitlin Dimbleby, and Sophie Holmes, who is a top rider with a O'Shea Continental Racing team. She's a second category rider, but she's on her way up. And O'Shea is a team that races in Europe, where this race is just everyday stuff. Kermesse. This is where Kermesse was born, in Flanders. Flanders, that's had such a fantastic effect and dominance in world cycling. If you look, one small region of one small country has had such a massive effect on a world sport right at the top end. And if you're interested in it, go on cyclinglegends.co.uk and you can buy my latest book called Flandrians, which just talks about Flemish cycling, and it's interviews with 11 of the greatest ever Flemish cyclists. And they'll tell you how they've done it. Yeah, it's good. This breakaway's nicely established now. Be nice to have a look back, see where the peloton is. But they're looking good. They're looking good. This is one of the tail enders, an army rider coming through now. So Caitlin Dimbleby there in the darker colours. Rides for Licol clothing brand, elegant clothing brand by the ever elegant Janto Barker, who always immaculately turned out during his career, and he's took his eye for his design into cycle clothing. Both looking good. She looks so smooth. Caitlin Dimbleby looks so smooth. Sophie Holmes a little bit more, having to looking like she's putting more effort into it. But that's just her style of racing. It's good. It's all hustle. All hustle and push. And these two, yeah. In this South Cerney Kermesse, sponsored by holidaycottages.co.uk, Mover Home, Performance Cycles, and AAJ. Little flick of the arm to get Caitlin to come through. God, that's a good look back at the peloton, and you can just see them. That's possibly 20 seconds, possibly reach the 20-second mark. So heading back towards South Cerney now. Caitlin Dimbleby, Licol Racing leads. Little bit of an uphill. Sophie Holmes is going to come through on her left. The wind must be blowing from the right on this section of the course. So wind's a big factor in this race. It was this morning in the men's race. 2 kilometres to go before the end of this lap. The end of this lap is a queen of the sprints. Sprint! Sponsored by moverhome.co.uk. Really working hard there. Sophie Holmes is really working hard. Everybody's sporting and clapping. A drop rider coming through here in South Cerney. Good effort. It's not easy riding on your own. Yeah, these two are looking good. Very smooth break. Complement each other. And they both look comfortable in their own way. They both look comfortable. Both look well able to keep this. And they'll be reaching half distance. The end of this lap will be half distance. Sophie Holmes taking over the lead. Energetic style she's got. Really bustling through, lot of head movement. Doing a big long turn at the front. They've both been doing long turn. Nobody's shirking in this breakaway. So they were inside 2 kilometres to go for the end of this lap. Big long turn from Sophie as they approach South Cerney village. Down around that left turn. Who's going to go for? Is it going to be a sprint? Will they go for a sprint, or are they just going to share these points between them? Keep harmony in the breakaway. And Caitlin said something to her there. Caitlin Dimbleby's taken over the lead. It's coming into South Cerney. You'll see her in the finishing straight. You'll see them soon. Caitlin Dimbleby leading Sophie Holmes just behind this car. Give them a big round of applause. They've took hold of this race, started to animate it, made a big gap. Caitlin Dimbleby looking very smooth there. So Caitlin takes those points in the Queen of the Sprints prize. It's getting on that way. So Smurfit and the army taking control of the peloton, trying to keep that gap manageable. Joe Tinley there leading through. So that looks like a 30-second lead. That was quickly established in a couple of laps. Took a while to get more than 10 seconds, but once that invisible string broke, they were away, and they're working hard, and they're talking. Yeah, there's. We're just observing in the finish area here. The Kermesse's car is a little bit close to the riders, or the lead car, and even just that far away, just that far in front of you, you get a little bit of assistance. Aerodynamics is so important that if you try to go 1 mile an hour faster or 1 kilometre an hour faster on a bike, you encounter it's the triple in air resistance, of increased air resistance. So yeah, the lead cars moved away from them. So 5 laps to go this time. 5 laps to go, and we've got a breakaway established of Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes. Caitlin Dimbleby from Nicole and Sophie Holmes from O'Shea Racing Team. And it looked pretty good, and they've got a lead of around 30 seconds. Working well together, communicating, each doing equal shares. Good effort. It's looking very good in this effort. Still communicating, still doing equal shares. And that breakaway is looking very established. So back on the race. In the first quarter of the lap, still sharing the lead, looking very good. No sign of weakness from the two leaders. And when they come through the finish this time, there'll be 4 laps to go. Caitlin Dimbleby moving over. Sophie Holmes goes through to do her turn. Two riders contrasting style. We've got one interest at the moment, keeping this lead, building it, building it, building it. Then they'll start thinking about the race, thinking about who's going to win. Sophie Holmes doing a very long turn at the front. She relays to Caitlin. Much smoother rider. But they both look as strong as each other. On one of the uphill bits, one of the draggy bits of the course now. Come on, give this army rider a bit of encouragement. Well done, well done. Eh? It looks like the army's just surrendered. Bless. Yeah, they look like they found reinforcements. Yeah, meanwhile back on the race, still we are as we were. Two good riders together, two of the best riders in the field. Looks like they were looking at each other. They sensed early on that these two were the strongest. Sensed each other out. And they're looking good at the moment. Be interesting to see if they built on that lead. It was 30 seconds last time through. Caitlin Dimble reaching into her pocket. Seeing she can. Some cyclists take food with them on races like this. You've got to keep yourself fueled up. Making a big effort. Got to drink a lot on days like this. It's not warm, but it's windy and it's sunny. It's easy to get dehydrated. There's no time. Okay, that was the lead motorcycle coming through, so they can't be far away. Let's see if these two have built, Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes. See if they've built on that 30-second lead. It's looking good at the moment. They're looking really, really smooth. Excitement building. And another of the motorcycle marshals, the National Escort Group. Bike racing couldn't take place in this country without them. So many volunteers, so many volunteers. Another of the race vehicles. And this is one of the tail enders coming through, one of the riders who was dropped a little bit earlier. But give her a round of applause. Give her a round of applause. It's brave to keep going like that. Well done. So here's the two leaders. Caitlin Dimbleby leading again as she was on the last lap. They're looking very smooth. So start counting when they go over the line now. 1, 2. I'm waiting for Chris, the official timer man. Nobody's in sight yet. I think it's still around 30 seconds, might be a fraction more. Joe Tinley, Smurfit Racing leading. 30 seconds exactly, 30 seconds exactly, so it's the same as it was last time. 30 seconds, they're holding that lead. This, I think, is, if it says 5 to... So it's 4 laps to go, 4 laps to go. When they come around this time, there'll be the final sprint in the Queen of the Sprints with 3 to go. We've got Sophie Holmes leading, Caitlin Dimbleby. 30 seconds on a group that's working together. It looks like it's being led by the Smurfit riders, who are a continental team. They're used to riding in Europe where the standard's a little bit higher. Teamwork often better, racing against bigger teams. So they're by no means certain of staying away. You've got some big firepower back in that group. So it's just passing, so lapping that rider that's just been through us and got a special round of applause. But these two are showing no signs of tiredness. Looking very good, looking very competent, just the same way as they've looked right since the start of this breakaway, each with their own style. Nobody's doing less than the other, just sharing it equally. It's really interesting that Sophie just pointing out potholes in the road to her riding partner, her breakaway partner, Caitlin. Just shows that she's got a lot of energy left, a lot of attention spare. She's in the present, she's in the flow. Nobody's sort of hanging on here. They look completely in control of their effort, completely in control of their thinking. It's masterful breakaway performance, this. There, we've just got a view back along an empty road. I can't see that peloton behind. The signal's a little bit intermittent, it keeps stopping, but Yeah, I can't see the peloton behind. They've at least got that 30-second lead. It's just status quo. It's perfect. They're not making too much effort. They're making enough effort. Sophie Holmes giving it a big effort, her shoulders rolling. You can't read anything to that. That's how she rides. That's just her style. It's just what it takes to get the pedals round. Just releasing a little bit of pressure off her hand there, giving it a little shake. And now when they come round with 3 laps to go, they'll be looking at each other. They'll be looking at each other for any signs of weakness and noting it. Caitlin Dimbleby leading as smooth as she's been throughout this race. Yes, there's a good gap there. There's cars in between the gap, which is always a good sign. It's a sign that they're staying away. I can't see the peloton. And now they turn left, and they turn left near the Butts Farm. The Butts Farm sign. Anybody local who knows that? A little bit uphill here. Just coming up to 3 kilometres to go on this lap. And this will be... just gone past the 3k to go. So that's going to be a Queen of the Sprints, isn't it? Queen of the Sprints this time. Queen of the Sprints this time. Sophie Holmes making a big effort on this uphill. Peloton hasn't come round that corner yet. I think I just saw them there. So Chris we're on the television, Chris. Chris the time man will put his stopwatch on it. Nice natty yellow colour it is. He's just been to bathe his body in suntan cream. Eh? Definitely. I ain't got any on. I'm from Doncaster. We could eat. So as you can hear, everybody's enjoying themselves. The crowds are building, and everybody's having a little bit of a party atmosphere. Yeah. So we've got a bit of a frozen picture now. So yeah, we could do with another Andy Kirk to interview, couldn't we? Yeah, I'm afraid the picture is frozen on me, so I can't really commentate on what's happening out there. But the riders are going to be saved because the riders are coming soon. And Chris, the watchman, is it going to be more than 30 seconds? We need to know. The lead, yeah, take your bets. We're taking bets over here. What's the time gap going to be? Honest Chris Sudwells, I'll cover them. Some of the lead vehicles going through now. Lead car. A nice Mercedes-Benz sports car, looking good. You can tell you're in the Cotswolds, can't you? And here they come. Here they come, Caitlin Dimbleby leading as she has done over the line the last few laps. And Sophie Holmes, they're looking good. Caitlin takes those sprint points. which I think that might make her the winner of that competition. That was a sprint, that, wasn't it? Yep. Now the gap. The gap. I'm reckoning it's more than 30 seconds. It's 21. Yes, thank you. 25. Nobody in sight. And we've gone past 30 seconds. And they've just come into view. So when on the line, I'm going to take out 38, 39, 40, and 45 seconds. So they took another 15 seconds out of him on that lap. Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes took another 15 seconds. Smurfit's still chasing Joe Tindley. Very experienced rider, Joe, at the front there. Joe's from Lincoln. Yeah.
So we cross over the line next time.
Or is it? Joe sat in there on the chair. Joe Kraus.
Ah, I didn't know. Oh, right.
Just let you know. She was in the first lap crash.
Mm. Right, I can't. If you're watching on the live stream, and I'm presuming you're seeing the same as me, and our picture's frozen, so I can't really bring you anything blow by blow account. But Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes have a 45-second lead over, and I think it's Becky Dew, because I have been saying it's Joe Tinley, because that's. Yeah, Joe's walking around. She crashed. I have been saying it's the wrong rider. It's not Joe Tinder. Joe, I'm sorry, and I'm sorry you had a crash. But I think it's Becky Dew that's leading for Smurfit, leading the chase. Let's give a round of applause to this rider. She's just carrying on. Nothing will stop her. Lauren Booth, that is. Team FTP, Lauren Booth. Number one in the race. Number one on your programme. Really? All right, just got some information. Lauren Booth, she's a para rider. She's 6 times world champion in paracycling. So when she comes through next time, that's a special round of applause, I think. But she won't stop. She won't stop. That's fantastic, that. Eh? Sorry, everybody on the live stream. There, as you can see, there are gremlins in the works, and I like that. Just putting the chain back on. Well, if it's down to me, I'll. Oh, there you are. There it is. We've got it. So there's your leaders on the live stream. Caitlin Dimbleby, Sophie Holmes, Caitlin Dimbleby leading. Nice. Both still look good. They had 45 seconds last time. 45 seconds. And when they come through this time, there will be 2 laps to go. So it's too early to say the race is between these two, but it's looking good at the moment. It'll be at least 10 minutes.
How many laps are they doing altogether?
Sophie Holmes leading. Still shoulders bobbing, still full of it. Caitlin Dimbleby looking smooth, looking smooth. And the wind is getting up now. The wind is really getting up in the finishing straight here. Number 20. Looking good together. Sophie Holmes there, still full of vigour and head bobbing from side to side. She looks well on top of it. Very, very, very capable. Taking some food out of her pocket. Just have a little bit to eat. Keep those stocks up. Keep the stocks up. That's great. Not only have to ride your bike at 25 mile an hour in the wind, you have to be able to eat at 25 mile an hour in the wind and reach into your pockets.
Sprint's final results.
Yeah.
Lucy Nelson is the Smurfit rider, number 13.
So the queen of the sprints result is in. And in third place, Lucy Nelson from Smurfit Westrock, the rider I've been naming wrongly all afternoon. In second place, Sophie Holmes, that you can see on the screen now, from O'Shea Racing. And in first place, Caitlin Dimbleby from Licol. Fantastic, well done, Caitlin. So Caitlin Dimbleby is the South Cerney Kermesse 2025 Queen of the Sprints. Queen of the Sprints. I'm going to get lynched there. So still looking good. And there will be 2 laps to go when they come through this time. 2 laps to go. No sign of these two slowing down. No sign of weakness at all. Yeah, apart from the fact that the TV screen just stopped. So there's Caitlin Dimbleby, Queen of the Sprints winner for the South Cerney Kermesse 2025. And second place in that competition is in second place on your screen, Sophie Holmes of O'Shea Racing. Right, the first motorcycle marshals coming through now, so tension's building. Are they still going to have 45 seconds? Our two leaders, Sophie Holmes, Caitlin Dimbleby. Caitlin Dimbleby has already won the Mover Home Queen of the Sprints Award today. Is she going to win the South Cerney Kermesse overall? Or will it be Sophie Holmes? Or will they be caught in these last two laps? Sun's come out, the wind's dropped. Yeah, they're ticking about, I reckon around about 11, 12 minutes for a lap. Here we are, they're not far away now, not far away. They're in the village. Here comes the lead car. 2 laps to go when they come this time. 2 laps to go. There's the lead car. It's the lead vehicle. And Sophie Holmes is leading over this time. That's a bit of a change. She's looking full of it. And we'll give you an update on the time gap just as soon. So we've gone over 30 seconds the gap now. It was 45 last time. It was 45. And now it's 37. 39. Okay, we're going to get Chris's official time check in a bit. Here comes the group. Here comes the group. It's a much smaller chasing group now. 53 seconds the lead is, 53 seconds, so it's gone out by another 8 seconds that lap. So it's looking good for the two leaders. The group behind is much smaller chasing than it was, and there's no sign of weakness in the two leaders. They're looking good. They're both doing equal turns, both sharing the work. So 2 laps to go. When they come round this time, it'll be the last, 1 more lap to go. Are you on 1? So 53 second lead for our two leaders, Sophie Holmes and Caitlin Dimbleby. 2 riders with contrasting styles. So 2 laps to go. Sophie Holmes leading. Pictures about Caitlin Dimbleby leading around that corner. Still looking strong. Both riders looking very strong. Coming out stopping you do one. I'm not loyal, go. And don't let that evidence crap get in. So let's get back on the race. This is looking really good for these two riders, Sophie Holmes and Caitlin Dimbleby. Different styles, but both as effective, and they've very impressed the way they've shared the lead. Yeah, it looks like they're into the wind in this part. Sophie always seems to look like she's working a bit harder, but it's just the way she is, just the way she rides. You can tell how comfortable she is, how relaxed her face is. No sign of strain. Jaws nice and relaxed. And Caitlin Dimbleby, impassive as ever, leading. And here comes Lauren Booth. Give her a special round of applause. Lauren Booth, she's great effort that. 6 times world champion in paracycling. Lauren Booth. Cheers. Cheers. Looks like Sophie was a bit caught out by the wind. There's a crosswind coming from the right with these riders. Where the gates are, the hedge protects them, but where the gates are, they get that little gust of wind and it can catch you out. Just push you sideways a little bit. So as the two leaders are heading back to South Cerney, don't forget the sponsors. Move home. We couldn't have this race without sponsors. Move home. holidaycottages.co.uk. Discover Bikes at Performance Cycles. So we're just putting in some last lap bell practice here. A little bell ringing. It's a big part, it's important, can't get it wrong. Two leaders looking comfortable, looking strong. It's no, it's 50, 53 last time. Yeah, they should. No idea. Sophie Holmes. Okay. Sophie Holmes just flicking that elbow for Caitlin Dimbleby to go through. Was Caitlin a little bit reluctant that time? There was a hesitation. Is that a chink in the armour? Let's see. Let's see what the time gap is. Give them a round of applause. There's one. It's the last lap for Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes. Really took this race for their own. They've made it their own. They've done a fantastic job. They've been extending this lead, sharing the lead equally, extending it every lap, every kilometre of this race. Fantastic performance. Is Chris, the official time check, Chris, going to give me a Chris time check in a bit when they come? He's going to wait for the riders to go. You're practical as ever, Chris, practical as ever. So I think what it was 53, was it last time? Yeah, 53 seconds last time. So what's it looking like now? It's plus 40. Well, we've gone past 40 already. So it's 53 seconds last time. Chris will nod at me when it's gone past 53 this time. We're looking impassive as ever. It's gone past 53. Right, so 53 seconds. Are we going to get to a minute? Are they going to get to a minute? Peloton looking a little bit more workmanlike this time. 106 the lead. 106, so that was another 13 seconds. So they've been gaining between 10 and 15 seconds a lap. No. It's been gaining 15 seconds a lap. Could you say a few words? So right, great timing, last lap. The screen's frozen a bit, but we're excited here at the finish. Are we excited here at the finish? Woo! Look at that, yeah. So excited. They must know when a bike race is finished because everybody turns out in time. Brilliant. Hmm? Yeah. So it's great atmosphere. The race hasn't been run since COVID. Andy Kirk's done a fantastic job to get it back together in a very short time. Lovely atmosphere. I've really enjoyed it. Been helped by everybody around here. This is my first time doing this job, so I've had a load of help. Okay, I'm a bit silent because I can't tell you what's happening at the moment. The screen's frozen. But it's the last lap. This sprint decides the race. It decides the South Cerney Kermesse for 2025. A race that hasn't been run since COVID. It's taken ages to get things back to normal since COVID. Affected everybody's lives. But it's great that we're able to come together and enjoy a little bit of sport in this beautiful Cotswold village on a lovely sunny Sunday afternoon. What a great thing to do. And thank you everybody for coming. Hmm? Hello. You got a lethal tail there. I know the mic's open. That was a black dog, if in case you were worried. Right, pictures back on. Pictures back on. So they're well into this lap now, this last lap. Looking at the two riders, Sophie Holmes bustling away at the front. It's impossible to predict. It's just down to who's the best natural sprinter, I think, with this one. Yeah, I think I've just been told that Caitlin Dimbleby is the best sprinter by somebody who's raced against her. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so it's a classic mix. Sophie's a great time trialist, and Caitlin Dimbleby a great sprinter. So they've each got options. Sophie might have to win it, might have to go for a long one. But it'll pay Caitlin Dimbleby to just keep going through, doing a turn, and wait for the sprint in this beautiful main street in South Cerney. So we're just past halfway round the last lap. 3 kilometres to go. 3 kilometres to go. Just seen the sign on the side of the road. Yep, 3 kilometres. That's 1.8 miles, I think. So this will be interesting now. So we've got Sophie Holmes, good time trialist. Caitlin Dimbleby, a good sprinter, the better sprinter. Who's going to do what? Who's going to do what? On paper, the options for Sophie are to try a long one, to try something, to try and get a gap, make it hard for Caitlin. And Caitlin's the better sprinter, it's for her to wait. Bank on that sprint. I'm told this is a track stand, Cotswold style. Ah, no, they've gone. They got back. The left-hand corner. So it's soon be 2 kilometres to go. That's it. Looking good. Yep. Is Sophie Holmes going to have a go on this bit? Because this bit's tough. Yeah, looks like she's attacked. It looks like she's attacked. Yep, she has. I wasn't sure because our screen kept freezing. It looks like she's attacked. She's got a little bit of a gap, making Caitlin Dimbleby work now. Screen stopped again. Yeah, she's just got, it's like 4 or 5 bike lengths. Caitlin's closing it. But maybe she can go again. Time trialists have got depths and depths and depths of stamina. It's not looking like it. Is she going to have another breather and try another late attack? She's definitely got a gap on Caitlin when she attacked. Sophie Holmes got a gap on Caitlin Dimbleby. Can she try again? Is there enough time to recover? And go again. I'm looking for this. So we've got pictures back. Sophie Holmes, is she going to go again? She's letting Caitlin do all the lead now. Caitlin's watching her. Caitlin Dimble is watching over her shoulder. It's getting very nervous. Trying to look for landmarks to see how far it is to go. They must be seeing the kilometre to go sign soon. Slight tailwind this finish as well, so that'll pay a rider to lead out. We should be seeing them very soon. The first race marshal, motorbike marshal, is coming through. Sophie Holmes having a check that nobody's gone back. Is she going to try again? She's got out the saddle. Another motorcycle, yeah, the second motorcycle's coming through. Looks like we're maybe down to a sprint finish. Yep, first car. The riders will be soon. We've got two riders together, Caitlin Dimbleby and Sophie Holmes. Caitlin's a faster sprinter in the darker colours. Sophie Holmes is stronger in the time trial. Will Sophie try a late attack? She's already tried one. She got a gap on Caitlin about 5 minutes ago. She's probably got one more chance to do that, and only once. They're tightening their shoes up, so they've got really close, good pull on the pedals. People do that before sprints. Cyclists do that before sprints. Caitlin's in the lead, and this wind-assisted finish will favour a rider that leads out, and Caitlin is leading out. We can see her now. Caitlin Dimbleby leading out. She's the fastest sprinter, and it looks like Sophie Holmes has got past her. Sophie Holmes has got past her. That was fantastic. So Sophie Holmes, the winner of the South Cerney Kermesse. Caitlin Dimbleby second. The time trialist beats the sprinter in a sprint. That's fantastic. Yeah. It was fun. That was fantastic.
Yeah, because she went long, didn't she?
Yeah. Tailwind sprint. Yeah, okay, I need third. So, who are we going to get for third place? Are we going to get for third place? It looks like... Oh, yes. Was that rider number 2? Amelia Seaback. Rider number 2. And she's the one with the track racing pedigree. Amelia Seaback from Smurfit Cycle Team.
Alright, cool. I forgot all about it, to be honest.
On both, We're at the finish of the South Cerney Kermesse, the women's Kermesse, and we're just waiting for the winners to come back to do a quick interview with them. Right, I don't know where the winner. There's my winner. Yeah, that's the winner. Yeah, that's the winner. Yeah, yeah.
Do you win? Yes. You have met a lot to you. It's brilliant. I saw you go give it this. So fabulous. Well done.
Hi, Sophie Holmes. I'm with Sophie Holmes, winner of the South Cerney Kermesse. Would you have backed yourself in that sprint? Well, you did back yourself in that sprint.
I didn't think I was going to win in the sprint. I'm not a sprinter, so I just committed as much as I could to win. I just took the opportunity and it paid off, so really pleased.
Did you feel like you were the stronger of the two?
No, I think we were quite equally matched, so yeah, it was going to be hard to overcome her.
And what did you lead out the sprint, or?
No, I didn't. I did try to go on the right at the final corner. I tried attacking from that corner because it's a slight drag. I thought try there, but I got a little bit of gap, but I just got closed down. And then I just thought wait till the sprint and see what happens.
Do you like this style of racing?
Yeah, very much. I like crit racing as well. It's one of my favourite types of racing. So yeah.
Thank you, Sophie Holmes of O'Shea Racing, the winner of the women's South Cerney Kermesse. Thank you. Congratulations. Right, come over to Caitlin. The second place rider? Yes? Caitlin. That was a fantastic breakaway you did. You were talking early on in the race. Were you looking for somebody to go away with you?
Yeah, I just kind of wanted something to happen. I just didn't want to ride around all in a group and nothing to get away. So I kind of tried a couple times before the one that stuck. But yeah, I just kind of feel committed to it, and then Sophie joined me, and then we worked really well together.
Did you feel you were just as strong as each other? Because you complemented each other very well.
Yeah, no, I think we were pretty equally matched. So yeah, it was good. She tried to attack me after I did my turn, but I managed to close her, and then she just rolled me in the sprint.
Okay. Do you think the fact that was it a tailwind sprint?
I think it was kind of tailwind. Yeah, I'm not really sure. It was just windy.
Right. So second place, Caitlin Dimbleby from Lecole Racing. Thank you. And have we got Amelia Seaback? Was it Amelia Seaback third? Come and have a quick chat with us. Like, I've got Amelia Seaback, her third, who was won that great brunch sprint.
Yeah.
Was it a bit of teamwork? Did you get led out, a teammate?
Well, I was actually supposed to lead Lucy out, but it all just went a bit wrong. So yeah, she gave me a good lead out.
How do you mean go it wrong? You got in the wrong place, so she ended up leading you out.
Well, yeah, basically. Yeah.
And are you delighted with that? Was it difficult trying to bring those two back?
Yeah, it was. It was really hard actually. They must have been working pretty hard because, yeah.
And what do you think of Kermesse racing?
I quite like them. I think they're good fun.
Right. Thank you very much, Amelia Seaback from Smurfit. Okay, thank you very much. It's been a really exciting race this afternoon. I've very much enjoyed commentating on it. Thank you very much.
Presentations for the winners? Yes.
I've got our third Lucy Nelson on the point. Yeah. Lucy Nelson, Sophie Holmes, and Caitlin.
Yeah, perfect. And we'll get those two rugby bags out from behind it.
Right. Are you? Is that it? Are we going like that? Have you got to stand with your arms up all the way?
Yeah, so be quick.
No, I don't want to. Right, we're going to present the prizes in the sprints competition. So I'd like to come forward. Third place, Lucy Nelson. Lucy Nelson? Gosh, it's a long way. Don't go fast. Their arms will last. Their arms will last. You're fine. Take your time. Congratulations, Lucy. And in second place, Sophie Holmes, the race winner, O'Shea Racing. And the winner of the Queen of the Sprints at the South Cerney Kermesse 2025, Caitlin Dimbleby. Well done, congratulations, congratulations. Right, you'll get down again so we can do the, the overall. Right, in overall third place, according to the podium, Amelia Seaback from Smurfit. Well done, Amelia. And in second place, Caitlin Dimbleby of the Colt. And in first place, Sophie Holmes, the winner of the 2025 Women's South Cerney Kermesse. Big round of applause for them, for all three. Thank you. It's been a great afternoon's racing and thank you for entertaining us.